Hello, my name is Kyle Hirschfeld, and I would be remiss if I did not first start by saying, according to course guidelines, historians must be honest and objective in their historical research. Now, for today's video, I decided to look at the John T. Scopes trial, and I did so by looking at 4 different articles written during 1925, during the Scopes trial. The first one that I looked at was called Old Time Religion and Science Come to Dayton. In this article, there is a summary of events about what led to the trial. John T. Scopes was a 24-year-old teacher from Tennessee, from Kentucky, teaching in Tennessee, who taught evolution from a widely used textbook to 3 of his classes. During a drugstore debate following one of his debates with 3 other friends, Scopes was prompted by one of those friends to test a new law in Tennessee and see if he could be indicted for teaching evolution. Scopes does this and almost immediately regrets this, because right off the bat this trial explodes, and the cast of characters who join up with this trial is pretty impressive. It starts with, in this article, Who's Who in Evolution trial, John T. Scopes himself, who was a teacher in Tennessee who violated the monkey law. William Jennings Bryan was the prosecutor for the state. He was an ardent defender of the Bible as written, and therefore a fundamentalist, and a bitter enemy of all evolutionists. Clarence Darrow was the counsel for the defense of Scopes. He was a famous lawyer from Chicago. Judge John Randolph Neal, also on Scopes' side, was a former professor of law at the University of Tennessee who had been dismissed from his position for supporting a pro-evolution colleague. Presiding over the proceedings was John T. Ralston, judge. Now, the way Scopes was indicted is interesting, because Scopes handpicked 3 of his students to point him out as having taught evolution, and he chooses the students that he thinks like him best. And these students, from the article These Boys Told on Scopes by Aline Sumner, were Jack Hudson, Howard Morgan, and Jimmy Benson. They were handpicked because they liked Scopes, and in fact they said that they would be glad when the darn business is over, chorused all 3. And if Scopes doesn't come back to this school, there'll be trouble from all the kids. So obviously he was a very well-liked teacher, at least by the students. On July 16th of 1925, the New York Times produced a transcript of the initial proceedings entitled "Indictment is Sustained." The opening arguments from the pro-evolution side, so Scopes' side, ask, what is the Bible? The pro-Bible side, so the prosecutors, ask, what is evolution? So right off the bat, these 2 sides are at odds with each other, and they're showing flagrant dislike for each other. The defense presents the theory and evidence of evolution using Christian scientists, one such as Professor J. Arthur Thompson, an Englishman and special witness who wrote in specifically, to say the Bible or Darwinism is a confusion of thought, a false antithesis. There is every reason in the world for holding firm to both. So very much so, J. Arthur Thompson is representing that side of the modernist Christians who believe that it is not only possible but necessary to marry the thoughts of evolutionism as well as Christianity. Now, on the other side, we have William Jennings Bryan, who argues completely against that, and he is very much on the side of the fundamentalists, as he believes in the Bible as written. He is a believer that the Bible is verbatim as history happened. So God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days, and therefore that is the way things happen. Humans are now as they always have been. There was no evolutionary movement to become what we are today. And this really shows that the trial wasn't about Christianity versus science so much as it was about fundamentalism versus modernism, or that idea that the Bible is as written versus the Bible and science can be happy partners. Thank you for watching.